Hey, welcome. Amy Barney here. I'd love to tell you just a little story. A little story about why I do the crazy things I do. So this all started, let's go back about 18 years. I met, fell in love with, and married the man of my dreams, my husband, Dustin Barney. And we were both finishing college. He was going to UC Davis and I was at Sac State. And less than a year after we got married, I was in this really bad car accident after leaving college. And it rocked my world. It completely changed my view of what was possible for me. So I struggled so much. I had to finish out. I had this last year of college and I was in excruciating pain every single day. I don't want to get emotional talking about it, but it was like brutal just trying to sit through class, driving. I had post-traumatic stress. And so every day when I drove to school, I felt like I was going to die. So it was pretty intense. And unfortunately, this did not go away for many, many years. My 20s, I look on as my decade of pain. I struggled and I lost my job. I think I had maybe a semester to go for college and I was let go, and that was devastating too. So neither of us had a job and we're finishing college, both of us. And, we're finishing up and we need to find a job and we're running out of money, but I really cannot function in a regular job environment. I just can't. I can't stand it. Like, it's too much pain to stand too long or to sit too long or to do anything. I knew I wouldn't be able to do a regular job. And so my husband's looking for a job. Welcome. And I knew my sister-in-law managed apartments, and I'm like, you know what? I can do that. I need to find a place where I can work in my apartment and be able to, take care of my physical needs. So we did. We found an apartment management position, and I took it on, and I was good at it. I'm an organizational type person, so that kind of job came really easy for me. I took pride in it. I do a good job. And then we started having children, and that's a whole nother story. Went through a lot of pain from my car accident to have these babies. And so that left me feeling a lot of the times bored. I really, I kind of buried it because, when you go through something like that, if you dwell too much on what you can't have, it's really depressing, right? So what I did as a survival mechanism is I kind of shut the door on all of that. I stopped dreaming. I stopped thinking about what I couldn't have. I stopped thinking about what potential might be for me. I kind of just saw things as this is what it was. I work this job. I'm at home. I take care of my children. Yes, I felt inside of me there was something more, but I had no idea how I could make that happen. There was like no possible way with all my physical struggles that lasted so long. I really feel like in my 40s now that I feel better than I ever did in my 20s and 30s. But it's taken me 2 decades, okay? So this was my life. And, I just felt like I wasn't living up to my potential. I felt like there was something more, but I didn't let myself go there because I didn't see how to make it possible. So the children came along and I found out that I love children. I do. I love my children. They're the greatest blessing in my life. And this has taken a lot of personal development to own this, but I am not the kind of person that does well playing with children for long periods of time. It bores me to tears, okay? That's just me. I don't do well that way. Okay, babies, yes. Older kids, yes. The middle ground, so I really felt unfulfilled. I felt unappreciated. I felt like my brain was atrophying. I just felt bored. And, and I didn't feel like I had options. And so I found myself passing a lot of time when my kids got past the really needy baby stage, watching a lot of shows, just mind-numbing shows. And so this is where I was. And I wanted more choices. But I didn't see how to do that. I didn't see how I could provide more income for the family. I didn't see how I was able to do anything more than what I was doing. So I didn't feel like I was making a difference. And so this is where I was when I came across my business 4 years ago. And it completely changed my life. Because a person like me who, I work at home, have children in the home, and I have all these physical things that I have to manage. I didn't see how I could possibly make more money and work around my job and my family. But then I found my business, and my business completely changed my life. Not only did it give me the choices that I wasn't able to have before, the choice to be able to work when I could and work around my pain and my disabilities, but also the chance to work when my children, were at school, and work around my job as well. But it also gave me validation. It gave me sisterhood, which I craved. As a woman at home with children, you may not realize it because you're in the thick of it. You're like in survival mode, but we really need to be around other women. And so many women are raising children and they feel so lonely because it's time consuming. It's all consuming. It takes all of you and you're exhausted. For 2 years, for each of my 2 youngest kids, I was up every single night, multiple times with them. And so it's exhausting physically, mentally, emotionally. And there's often not very much time to connect with other women, but we need that. Women need that. And so I found that sisterhood that I was craving, and I still couldn't go anywhere. I was still at home a lot of the times, but hey, I felt fulfilled. I found amazing friends online, and I met amazing people that filled that cup for me. And I didn't realize that I was missing something in my life. Because I hid away from it. I buried it. I didn't focus on what I couldn't have because it's too painful, right? So what I found is I found a way to have choices, to be able to work around that, and to be able to connect with other people, to be able to make a difference. That there's, people talk about that, but, it really is powerful. It's such a powerful need, I think, as a human being, to be able to impact others, to be able to feel like you're making a difference in this world. And even though a mother is doing the highest calling and raising their children, which is the most important thing, it really is, they have to have something for themselves because it'll consume you if all you have is child rearing. It'll eat you up and you have nothing left. So you have to take care of yourself, and you have to have something that sets your soul on fire, that just builds that passion inside of you. And you know what I found when I came across this? I was like, I have no time for this. My son was still waking up every night. But I leapt in, and I found that I was still, dealing with the waking up all night long. I found that by finding something for myself to fill my soul, to, feed that passion, that it bled into my entire life. It gave me more energy to be a better parent, a better wife, and to be more excited about life in general. And so it gave me something to look forward to, which fueled me. And when you're excited about something like that, it doesn't feel like work, and it can completely change your life. So I feel so very blessed, and I'm so excited about the future, whereas before I did not see a future. I honestly could not see anything other than just raising my children and working in the home for the rest of my life. And that's kind of depressing. It really is. And so I'm excited because I love empowering women. I love being able to help others feel just even a little bit of the change that I experience, because it's life-changing. And to help them to feel confident and beautiful is the most amazing thing in the world. And so it is my mission to empower women throughout the world and to let them know that they have choices, that they can change their life, that they can live in their greatness, no matter their situation, that there is a way to do that. Because I didn't know that there was. And when I was in that point, in that position in my life, I felt hopeless. And I felt like, there just wasn't much for me to look forward to. Anyway, so that is my story. I thought I'd share it. And so that is why I'm doing these crazy things like getting up at 5 a.m. every day. I never thought I would do that. But it's because I'm so passionate about what I do. It fulfills me. It makes me happy. And if I can touch and help any person out there, it's just so fulfilling. So if you would like more details or have any questions, feel free to Feel free to connect with me. You can reach out to me. If you got any value out of this, or I would love to hear from you. What is it that, what pains do you struggle with? What is it that, bogs you down? What is it that you're looking for in life? I'd love to hear from you, because we all have something that we need. We all have needs inside of us that we need to fill. And life is just downright hard sometimes, and we get so caught up in survival mode that we're not taking care of ourselves. So I'd love to hear from you, and if you got any value out of this, feel free to share it. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Love you all. Thanks for tuning in. I have kids awake, so I need to go take care of them. I'll see you later. Bye.